Why can't we destroy Bubbler like Baller? Hello and welcome to Splat Talk. If you are a Splatoon 1 veteran, its specials are no stranger to you. Like them or hate them, they sure made an impact in the first game, for better or for worse. Sadly, they didn't make a return in Splatoon 2 despite some snippets lying around the source code and the killer whale only available on one stage during Splatfest. Or private battles, it's up to you. The reason for that is for everyone to start on equal foot according to the developers. I guess so. I don't know where they said that, but I do believe they said that. Please send the source if you can find it. And no, I'm not talking about that sunken scroll that explains why they are out of the second game. Some specials from the first game were depicted as downright broken. Everyone looking at you, Bubbler and Kraken. And given the developers' desire to balance Splatoon 2 on a regular basis, this makes me question, what will the Splatoon 1 specials look like in the Splatoon 2 meta? How would they rebalance them? Let's check them out. Bomb Rush. Even if Bomb Rush is extremely similar to the Bomb Launcher, to the point where both specials are referred as Bomb Rush, there are still a few key differences between them. Since Bomb Rush basically consists of spamming your sub-weapon, the bombs are thrown from your right hand, whereas the Bomb Launcher throws bombs from the left side and are different from your sub-weapon. You can regulate the throw distance of your bombs on the go with the Bomb Launcher, whereas you're tied by the initial throw distance of the bomb with a simple Bomb Rush, as well as the amount of bomb range up you put onto you, if you have any. Since the similarity is striking, it would be kinda useless to get Bomb Rush back because the Bomb Launcher is a direct evolution of the Bomb Rush itself. Still, there's one kind of bomb in Splatoon 1 known as Seeker that isn't in Splatoon 2. If anything, we have yet to see a Seeker launcher in Splatoon 2, and Phasey Bomb and Torpedo launchers too, as well as bomb launchers that throw the same bomb as your sub-weapon. Inkzuka, a special fires tornadoes that travel fast and at a very long distance. For many close combat weapons, it was the perfect counter to longer ranged weapons, just like chargers and splatlings. However, it has been balanced out in Splatoon 1 to be in an acceptable state. The delay for firing another tornado is reasonable enough, and you can't use Inkzuka from the get-go after activating your special. It's already balanced enough, and it's oh so satisfying to take down your enemies with the Inkzuka, so this special in its current state could perfectly fit in the Splatoon 2 meta. Finally something to take down Inkjets and Stingrays with. Bubbler. Acting as a shield, the Bubbler renders you invulnerable to any attack for a moment, if only suffering minor knockback. The main problem with this special is that it makes its user invincible. It can't be taken down until the special duration runs out. Not only that, it can be shared with your teammates on contact, and thus reduces the duration by half. Still, it makes the user invulnerable, but there's a solution to balance that out. As you can see in Splatoon 2, the Baller special is in a pretty similar case, in that the user is also invulnerable, but they balanced this special out by making it destroyable and by not giving it instant activation. There's a small delay between pressing the right stick and activating Baller, between which the player will undergo a transformation state into Baller, rendering them vulnerable for that short time frame. Same thing happens for Ink Armor 2, by the way. So if we give Bubbler the same durability behavior as Baller instead of making it an invincible shield, we could stand a chance against the Bubbler users. We can destroy Bubbler with our main weapon and bombs. Not only that, but giving Bubbler to teammates shall not just split the duration between the teammates, but also divide the durability between those who share Bubbler. Killer Wail. You all know this one. If at the very least you all played on the last Shifty station, you know how it works. The Killer Wail is a giant laser that takes everything down on its path. But the normal Killer Wail has a radius that's roughly half the radius of the Princess Cannon, which is still decent enough. But because it's a stationary special, compared to the Stingray, it should always deal more damage to cope for that. However, its power is such that it feels like stepping 1 inch into the whale will dissolve it into nothingness. It's that powerful, and it can be extremely powerful if well placed in elongated maps such as Walleye Warehouse or even Port Mackerel. Especially Port Mackerel. So to give people a slight chance for escape, should they super jump into a killer whale, not just with drop roll, this special should deal damage, well, a bit more slowly. Slow enough for jumpers to be able to escape alive, albeit heavily damaged, but not too low so it becomes a stationary Stingray. Ink Strike. The Ink Strike is a giant missile that once hitting the ground creates a giant ink tornado, taking anything and anyone down with it, as well as painting the ground on its point of impact. Perfect for splat zones. You could say that the Booyah Bomb is an evolution of the Ink Strike since the explosion expands gradually after hitting the map, but the main strength of the Ink Strike is that you can launch it anywhere on the map by simply selecting a point of impact on the minimap. Another advantage of the ink strike is that it vertically strikes the map, sort of like a pillar instead of an expanding sphere like the Booyah Bomb. Lastly, when you can only guess where the enemy Booyah Bomb will hit by the looks of the trajectory, the ink strike's point of impact is displayed both on the map and the minimap. Also, keep in mind the ink strike user doesn't have armor while firing the missile, unlike Booyah Bomb. That being said, just like the killer Wail, the ink strike deals damage too quickly to the point of almost rendering the Booyah Bomb useless. To compensate, the ink strike should deal damage more slowly to allow any super jumper to escape, maybe even make the special act more slowly, but not too slow to give the Booyah Bomb the edge. Echolocator. This special automatically marks every remaining enemy on the field, allowing you and your teammates to track them down. The main reason that Cold-Blooded was popular in Splatoon 1 was to reduce the marking time. It was used not really for point sensor, but more for Echolocator. I mean, sure, you can get marked by many more things in Splatoon 2 like Thermal Ink, Hound, seriously, anyone use these anyway? Stingray, somehow? Or even Ink Mines. They're such a joke now, but you almost see none of this on the battlefield because none of them are viable enough in the competitive scene. Not even point sensor. Well, it's not like it's used a lot by Heavy Remix or Custom Exposure. Basically, Echolocator was the sole reason Cold-Blooded was used in the first place. You pop this special out, every enemy gets marked, and this happened very often in Splatoon 1. So to avoid this matter altogether, people started using Cold-Blooded to reduce the marking time of Echolocator. And because this special is gone, Cold-Blooded was no longer necessary, and as such they had to fuse it with bomb defense to make way for main power-up. Still, if Echolocator makes a comeback in Splatoon 2, which I doubt, but who knows, then its marking time should remain lower than any other marking device, like point sensor or ink mine, so as to avoid making it a broken support tool like it was in Splatoon 1. Kraken. Perhaps the most controversial special, and one of my favorites by the way. This special turned you into a giant invincible squid monster that could eliminate any foe by touching them while jumping. It's perhaps the most frustrating special to deal with because it's practically the equivalent of the star power-up in the Mario universe. To be honest, the only way to have a chance against this special is to be able to damage it, just like with the rebalanced bubbler a la baller. But not just destroy the special, being able to splat the Kraken. Like throwing bombs and firing your main weapon on the Kraken can deal damage to the enemy using this special and eventually take him down. And at last, just like Baller, make it so that the Kraken isn't instantly activated upon pressing the right stick. And there you have it, every Splatoon 1 special rebalanced to fit the Splatoon 2 meta. At least in my opinion. If you have any other balancing ideas for these specials, leave them in the comment section below, but if you wish for them to be gone for good, that's fine, I respect your opinion. So long as you don't become harsh, of course. Also, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell for notification, and follow me on Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below. I'm live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday at 8 PM Central European Summer Time, so make sure to tune in at those times. This was Stardust, and I shall see you next time. Stay safe, wash your hands, and take care. Peace.